Hello ladies and gentlemen, and Chris of the Polish Geek welcomes you to another video, and this time I'm reviewing The Penguin, more specifically the first two episodes, because that's so far what has been dropped on HBO Max, or Max as it's now called. But yes, I'm going to review first two episodes of The Penguin because I'm so far really impressed with The Penguin. I did like the Matt Reeves Batman movie. When I first watched it, I thought it was like an average Batman movie, but over time it really grew on me, and I do really like this movie. And my favorite thing about it was actually the Gotham City. I thought the Gotham City in this movie was simply wonderful, and possibly the best Gotham City ever portrayed in live action. But another one of the big highlights of the movie was actually Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I thought from the beginning, even when I first watched this movie, that Colin Penguin was just born to play the Penguin because he was phenomenal as the Penguin. Still, can't say I was particularly interested in that series because I always thought that the Penguin works better as a main villain instead of just like a protagonist of his own show. I never thought that a Batman villain is someone I would really like as a protagonist. I always felt like that. I always prefer if the story focused on Batman and then he fights his villains, but I'm happy to say The Penguin is a really good crime drama series and I really like it. Some people treat it as basically second coming of The Sopranos, but I can't really speak on that because heresy, I gotta say, but I know I'll probably get backlash, but newsflash, I've never actually seen The Sopranos. I tried watching it, never really got into it. So yeah, I almost know nothing about The Sopranos. I'm probably ashamed, but that's just the truth and I gotta be honest. But again, I really like The Penguin, and the first thing I'll talk about is that I already said how my favorite thing about Matt Reeves' Batman movie was the Gotham City, and in The Penguin, it's exactly the same Gotham City, and I really love it. I really love the Gotham City. This truly feels like what Gotham City is supposed to be. Even though it is filmed in New York and it is kind of recognizable, it doesn't change the fact that it just totally feels like a Gotham City and like it's very much supposed to. So, if you want more of Matt Reeves' Gotham City, then for that reason alone you probably will already enjoy The Penguin, because this is very much this Gotham City, although we are learning even a lot more about it in The Penguin. So, yeah, Gotham City and the world building, phenomenal. And another thing that really stands out in this movie, Colin Farrell as the Penguin is still fantastic. I already thought he was really one of the best parts in the Batman movie, but here I say he's even better. The Colin Farrell performance as the Penguin is just so fantastic, and as I already said when I was watching the Batman, and I will say it again, Colin Farrell was born to play the Penguin. He is the Penguin, and I really like how it's kind of a character study of the Penguin and it delves so much into his psychology, his insecurities, and no, he's not an anti-hero like I was afraid they would turn him. In fact, that's partially the reason why I was so disregarding the show initially before it even came out, because I was sure they would turn him into a complex anti-hero, but this is thankfully not the case, at least not in the first two episodes. He's very much an evil villain and a mastermind like the Penguin should be, although you can't quite say he's pure evil. No, he does have some good qualities that does make him a little bit of a great character. But again, don't get the wrong idea, he's still very much a villain, but he's not quite pure evil. He very much kind of does have some good qualities in him. But another performance in the show that really stands out, as well as a story and character arc, is Kristen Milotti as Sofia Falcone, the daughter of Carmine Falcone, who probably, if you've seen the Batman, he was killed off by the Riddler in the Batman movie. And this movie is also partially how very much deals with the events aftermath the death of Carmine Falcone. And Sofia is his daughter, and she and her brother Alberto want to take over the mafia family after their father, but Alberto gets killed in the beginning by the Penguin, but Sofia doesn't know actually. And While Sophia, it's pretty clear she's also very much an evil character. She's quite likable and actually made very complex. Like, it's quite clear that she very much loved her brother and will do anything in her power to find his killer, although she doesn't know that it's the Penguin and she allies with the Penguin because of that. But again, she has no idea that he killed her brother. I predict she probably will find out in later episodes, who knows. And I'm very curious to see what happens then. But so far, she's very much fighting over the title of the mob boss with her uncle. And what's funny about it is that I'm very much rooting for Sophia because I'm so invested in her character and story arc, even though from a pure objective standpoint, I actually think that her uncle is actually would make a far more competent mob boss. And yet, because I'm so invested in her story arc, I just can't help but root for her, even though again, from an objective standpoint, I actually think her uncle would make for a far more competent mob boss. And in all honesty, I hope this might not even be a side story, because this is a really interesting stuff, and I don't know if what I'm more interested, the Penguin story arc or Sofia Falcone's story arc, because both story arcs are really interesting and I'm really invested in them. So far, I say the Penguin is a really good gangster story, and I'm very much looking forward to see more of it, where the story is going, in what direction it will go, as well as more of amazing Gotham City, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts on the first 2 episodes of The Penguin, and I'm so much looking forward to more. And I will review the whole thing once it ends. So yes, I reviewed the first 2 episodes, but the rest of the show I'll review after the finale. But thank you all of you for checking out this video. Press the like button, please subscribe to this channel, and I'll talk to you soon in another video. Talk to you soon, bye!